Welcome to my YouTube channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notification button. Today we are going to be talking about England as a whole, how England was formed, the origin of England, the people of England, and everything about England. So let's get into the video. England was formed 12th July 927 AD, that is 927 years after the death of Christ, and they were settlers from mainland Europe. It was in the 5th century and they were called the Anglo-Saxons. So England has many beautiful places you can visit as a tourist. So when you get to England, you can go to those places. These are places like Tower of London, Buckingham Palace, the British Museum, Westminster Abbey, Tower Bridge, London Eye, and many more beautiful places you can visit when you get to England. So I would like to emphasize more on Buckingham Palace. Did you know that Buckingham Palace is one of the biggest royal palaces in the world? George III bought Buckingham House in 1761 for his wife, Queen Charlotte, to use as a comfortable family home, and it was close to St. James Palace. Buckingham House was built in 1703. Buckingham Palace has 775 rooms and one of the largest private gardens in London. That's one of the largest private gardens in the world. Bro, that's huge. Places like the Queen's Gallery, Victoria Memorial, Buckingham Palace Gardens, the State Room, and it is so big that it's a village in itself. Have you ever wondered the kind of food that are consumed in England? These are some of the most consumed food in England. Foods like fish and chips, roast chicken, English breakfast, cottage pie, stick and kidney pie. Those are the kind of foods that are consumed. So in England, fish and chips is the most popular meal. So there are like 10,500 restaurants in England that sells fish and chips, and they serve up to 360 million fish and chips every year to every man. And so the 360 million fish and chips produced every year in England, it is equivalent to serving every man, woman, and child in England, serving them 6 plates of fish and chips every day. So in England, there are 46,200 fast food chain. That is equal to 16.8 million order of fast food in England every year. So in England, every year, the revenue made by the government from fast food is up to £21.4 billion or more than. So let me take you guys through some sports that have been played in England. Sport like football, rugby, cricket, and golf. But in England, football is the most played sport. So with football being the most played sport in England, there are more than 100 football playing stadiums. Wembley Stadium is their national stadium, and it was first opened in April 1923, and after it was later renovated in 1963. Wembley Stadium was demolished in 2000 to 2003. It was then rebuilt and reopened in 2007, and it cost 798 million pounds to rebuild the new Wembley Stadium. And to be fair, the new Wembley Stadium is so large that it has about 80,000 seats. The stadium, being the national stadium, is located in London, the capital of England. So still on sport, in England, yearly with football, they made about 7 billion euros in England. So England is the country that generates most from revenue in Europe. They generate about 7 billion euros every year from football. So let's talk about ticketing of football in England. In 2023-2024 season, Fulham has the highest ticket in the English Premier League. The ticket is almost 3,000 British pounds. Do you know that England, is the sixth largest economy in the world and a significant player in the economy of the world? So tourism, manufacturing, retail, and financial services all represent significant sources of revenue for England. But the UK government generates their revenue mostly from tax. About 40% of their revenue is from tax. So I'm going to be taking you guys through the transport system in UK. So these are some of the transport system used in the UK. So they use the road, air, water network, and the railway system. So but the best and the most used transport system in the UK, in England, is the train. So they have the London Underground, which, like most people in London, these are the transport system they use. So they use the railway system. That is, the train is the most used transport system in England. So I'm going to be taking you guys through the currency used in UK. So the currency used in England is the pound sterling. So it takes 100 pence to make £1. So the biggest city in England is just the capital city, that is London. And London has about 8.8 million people. So the natural resources that England has is just iron and coal, and they used to generate some revenue from iron and coal. So I'm going to be taking you guys through the educational system in England. So there are 5 educational stages in England. So we have the early years, the primary years, the secondary years, the higher education, and the further education. The early years of education is from birth to 5 years, and the primary education is just for 7 years. Secondary education in England is for students aged 11 to 16. This means that secondary education lasts for 5 years in any secondary school in England. So British students furthermore to attend college, that is further education in England, for another 2 years, and later further to higher education, that is going to take 4 years of full-time study, like to earn a honorary degree in England. So that's the end of the video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notification button. Bye. We see you